It's showtime.
Hey, welcome to Did You Watch Survivor Last Night? This is the only Survivor podcast for compassionate haters. My name is Jake Shadowlee. Each week I ask my best friend, Thomas Powell, if he did indeed watch a certain reality show. Thomas, how you doing today?
Jake, I'm doing so good. I, spent a little time doing make-believe in the mirror before coming out for this, so we got a little late start on recording because I had to pretend that I was an explorer of some kind. But we're here now.
What were you exploring through the mirror?
I was on a planet, and I drew a little astronaut helmet around myself. So
that's fun. I didn't tell you this earlier, but I was actually doing the same thing. I was also being an explorer in the mirror, but instead of being a spaceman, I was actually an adventurer in the Amazon, and a tribe actually caught me of Amazonian people.
Damn, that's crazy. Did they torture you? They
tortured me, and they wanted to eat my asshole. Can you believe that?
That's fucked up. I can believe that.
I've always been true. Just like our buddy Truman Burbank from The Truman Show. Thomas, did you watch The Truman Show last night?
I did, and I'm always saying, you're always hearing me say this, you know this. I'm always true, always a man.
That's right. That's what we're always saying over here on this podcast. Men only on this podcast, please.
That's right. Just like our simulated seasons.
That's right. It's a fun statistic to look up. What's the longest trend of a single gender winning Survivor? Because it's always like 4 or 5 in either direction. And so that's always an interesting thing to look at.
It used to be all men until woke got on Survivor.
Why do they call them women and not woke men?
Yeah, because they're always trying to be woke around us. And you know what? I've had enough.
I'm actually trying to take a nap. How about that? Call me Nap Man. Now there's a superhero I'd like to write. Nap Man. He saves the world by encouraging everybody to nap. Is this already a book? The Slumber Man. The
Slumber Man?
The Sandman.
The Slumber Man.
Whatever, dude.
Oh, boy. Don't look up anything about that author, by the way.
I know. I realized after I brought it up. Anyway, a good content piece of media is called The Truman Show, and it was released on June 5th, 1998. Thomas, how old would you have been? June 5th, 1998?
I would have been 6 years old at this time.
I would have been a whole
almost
7 years
7.
Old. Well, I would have actually been 7 in a couple months.
No, you would already have been 7. You said June 1998.
And a couple of months.
Okay, I thought you said in a couple of months. I would have been 7 in a couple of months.
This was the summer that Thomas was 6 and I was 7.
The summer I turned 6.
This was the summer before we met, I believe.
That's true. Yeah, I believe that fall was when we both entered the 2nd grade.
Mm-hmm. At the same elementary school. I believe we probably rode the same bus, no?
Probably, yeah.
It would make sense.
And I said, have a nice trip. See you next fall.
That's right. Said it every day. First day every year, I should say. The Truman Show is directed by Peter Weir, although it was initially a Brian De Palma project, though he had to drop out for whatever reason. Do you want to hear the other directors who were considered to take over for Brian De Palma after he had to drop out? Who's who of directors of the early 90s? Tim Burton, Sam Raimi, Terry Gilliam, David Cronenberg, Barry Sonnenfeld, and Steven Spielberg.
I mean, those are all good directors. I really do kind of wonder what a David Cronenberg version of this would have looked like.
Yeah, but definitely weirder.
I feel like also it would have been, as much as I like this, it would have been nice to see all of the weird, like, Sam Raimi transitions and, like, close-ups and stuff. That would have been cool. But no, Peter Weir's a really good director, and he was a good choice for this movie.
I 100% agree. I think Tim Burton would have been a really fun person to direct this. His style in that era was really... I think it would have lent itself well to this
I
picture.
think it would have been a little too much. I think
too
he would have.
cartoony?
Yeah, I think this is the problem with some of these directors is I think that they would have maybe made it a little too zany.
Yeah, can't have that.
What is your favorite Peter Weir film that is not this, by the way?
I love so many Peter Weir films, actually, from this one to the fact that his middle name is actually the same middle name as my cousin's first name is really interesting. He also directed Picnic at a Hanging Rock, which has been on my watch list forever. Gallipoli, which is also on my watch list. The
Pronounced Gallipoli, but
Gallipoli. Okay.
Gallipoli.
Witness, of course, is great. Dead Poets Society is a movie I really enjoy, of course. Fearless is great. Master and Commander, The Far Side of the World. Fantastic movie. The Way Back.
The Way Back. You're a big fan of The Way Back?
I definitely confused it with The Way Back, the Steve Carell movie from around the same time.
No, this is a different one. And you know who it has in it? It's got Jim Sturgis from Across the Universe.
Ah, cool.
Also, Ed Harris working with him again.
From this
mine
movie.
Mine is probably Witness of these. I do quite like Master and Commander, though.
That's cool. I'm really happy that he has such a career. Good
director.
Speaking of Ed Harris, that's Christoph, no?
That is the one and only Christoph, the creator of the Truman Show.
He has an opening monologue about how Hollywood is fake, but Truman is real. Pretty good.
Yeah, all of the TV production stuff on this is really well done, and it does a good job of setting the stage for it. And I really enjoy that aspect outside of the, interior Truman Show stuff, where it is always the 1950s, which I think is kind of funny. Like right down to during the dance scene coming up. They have like a old timey version of 20th Century Boy by T-Rex that I thought was nice. I thought that was a nice touch. It's like Brian Setzer Orchestra is doing all of the songs. Like anytime that there's a new hit song, they just record it. As that.
I really appreciated how the opening credits for the movie were the opening credits for the show itself. Like we didn't get the actor's name until the genuine credits at the very end. Great little moment. Marlon says, nothing you see on this show is fake. It's merely controlled. Is that not something we've heard from Jeff Probst, the man himself?
Yeah, I think if there's one thing that I would say about this is that they really missed the mark on this one. I mean, sometimes you take a big swing and you're trying to set a fantasy story in a real world and try and ground it. And, sometimes you just miss. So
he's 10,910 days old. So he's nearly 30. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I was like, man, so old, this Truman Burbank.
Light drops from the sky as he's driving to work, which obviously confuses him. I really appreciated it as he's walking to work, the twins cornering him in front of the chicken ad.
Oh, I love the twins. The twins are my favorite thing when I'm walking to work is to get physically pushed into a different ad every single day by two twins who just will not decide on whether they want this insurance policy or not.
It's such a good bit. His coworker immediately next to him when he shows up, when he showed off the Greatest Place to Live newspaper, and it's this island. What's the island called? Seascape?
Sea Haven Island, I believe is what it is called.
I thought, it was like, man, this guy really could have been played by Peter Krause, entirely forgetting that Peter Krause was already in this playing another coworker.
Yeah, you're yeah, you said that, and then you saw him, and you're like, Peter Krause.
Well, they heard me. Truman.
I almost was 6 feet under there because he nearly scared me to death.
I wasn't expecting to see him like that. Truman is instructed to go to Harbor Island, but he can't get on the boat.
Yeah, he says Peter. He's talking about traveling. I think this is where we first learn about him wanting to travel to Fiji, and then his coworker is like, "Why don't you just try getting on the ferry first? A little salt air will do you good."
Yeah. This is also where we learn. Oh, this is not yet where we learn about his fear of water, but it is wildly fucked up that the production staff put a sunken boat next to the dock as he's boarding.
Oh,
For him
this
to
stuff
look
is all
over.
so good. Isn't there like a point in that where there's like uh in the travel agency that he goes to?
Yes.
It's either that or the insurance one. There's the plane getting struck by lightning.
Yeah, it's in the travel agency. Which
Yeah, and it's like, why take a chance or something like that.
why would a travel agency have that on the boat? On the
This
board?
seriously, this movie has a very good sense of humor in general. Like the jokes all land really well, but the visual gags in this are like some of my favorites in any movie. Like all the newspapers. Like there's the point later when he sees his dad and the random extras just grab him and push him onto the bus, where there's like a newspaper headline later that's like locals take cleaning up the streets into their own hands or something like that. Like it was basically like we're trying to clean up the streets.
My thought
Similarly, the radio smoothing over any, because like when the light falls, they're like, craziest thing, there was a plane malfunctioned and started spitting out parts.
I have to wonder, like, how much money goes into this production all for this one guy? How can it be worth it for 30 years?
There's a point later where Christoph, where they're talking about the amount of revenue. It's like it has the same revenue as like the GDP of a small country, and he's like, well, we also have the population of a small country that has to be there. So
yeah,
there's a lot of like overhead for this.
I will say, living on the island does seem cute. It's a very cute island.
It is a cute island. I also really enjoy one of my favorite recurring jokes in this, along with the visual gags in the radio like that, is the fact that anytime that they need someone to actually do their job, no one knows how to do it because no one actually does their jobs.
Yeah, the driver with the bus and the boat.
Which, man, what would he have done when he got on the ferry? Was this the one instance where they actually knew, or were they out? Because it's like, I'm assuming that they just thought like, well, he's still too afraid of water. This is just going to cement that he doesn't want to go on a boat. What if he had gotten on?
I think they must have been, well, one, relying on his fear of water, and two, as a backup plan, relying on the fact that this guy can't actually drive a boat.
Yeah, they would have been like, oh no, the boat broke down.
Yeah. We also then get Truman getting a flashback to when his dad died. Pretty fucked up thing to do.
Yeah, his dad drowned.
But that establishes fear of water, and then he lived on an island for his.
What was the
life.
reason that they gave for why they killed his dad off again? Didn't his dad want like too much money, or he wanted to be too involved, or something like that?
I don't remember their reasoning. I think he was getting too involved with, I don't know. I don't remember. Yeah, now I'm going to be really distracted by that. Why did they
maybe it was just that it was like he was getting too determined to leave, and so they were like, okay, well, we can cement his fear of water here. And then I think his dad was mad about getting written off the show.
Yeah, well, yeah. I liked when he was out on the ocean and the rain falls directly on him and only him before the storm comes in. Pretty good.
Yeah.
There. Let's see what else. Laura Linney makes this movie with her ads. Makes this movie. Laura Linney's acting during the ads makes this movie.
The ad reads are so good. They're always so good. The like close-ups. I think my favorite of all because hers are all really, really great, but I think that my favorite of all the ad reads is the close-up to Noah Emmerich where he's just like, now that is a beer. When they're out hitting the golf balls. The close-up on that just kills me.
It's so funny.
But the Mococo one that's maybe the most iconic scene in the movie as far as I'm concerned. Is
that slow zoom on her smiling face is so good.
I've tried other like just being like gun to my head, like I have to do this ad read right now.
Then this is Then we get to see his dad as an unhoused person on the street being forced onto the bus. Does anything like this ever happen on Survivor? I guess that one time on Island of the Islands.
Yeah.
They were like, hey, you're actually not supposed to be here.
Yeah, they would, if there was somebody that was trying to, get down there. Similarly, if somebody parachuted onto the island or hid themselves in a big present, I think that the crew would probably whisk them away.
I think the dude in the present is probably my favorite guy trying to tell Truman the truth.
I'm on TV on the Truman Show. He doesn't seem that interested in telling Truman the truth. He seems more interested in getting on TV.
Like, what a fun little prank he pulled on them. Is there, like, law enforcement on Sea Haven?
I guess. I mean, there's the one cop that says that they can't go because there's been a leak at the plant.
That's a good point.
But you don't really see any cops. Maybe the idea is like, oh, no, it's too peaceful here. We don't need cops.
Yeah, I feel like we only ever see the cops once they make it off the island.
Yeah, when they go over the bridge, which is breaking the law, according to Laura Linney. I don't know if I don't think I read the sign next to the bridge, but I'm assuming it's like, it is illegal to cross this bridge.
It's brand new.
It's like, why is the bridge even there then?
So he asks his mom about seeing his dad, and she denies everything. Then we get another cutaway to the Truman Bar, playing the Truman Show, and we see a flashback. I
would love to hang out in the Truman Bar with all of my friends, high-fiving,
like a great bar.
Watching the Truman Show.
We also get a flashback of him meeting Meryl, but also the one who got away, Sylvia.
Yes, Sylvia.
How do you feel about the one who got away as like a trope in film and life?
I mean, I think it's relatable, right?
I think it's cute.
Sometimes people randomly stick with you, but and sometimes that's because they are taken by their father and forced to go to Fiji. But I loved this scene. I mean, as a plot setup, it's good. Like, the whole part of that is good. But the reason that I love this scene is this is one of my absolute favorite things that happens in any media, which is when. And I'm not saying this where I like want them to cast younger actors. It's fine if you don't, but I love it when they're like, we're in high school and it's the same actors. Like, they're like, Laura Linney's got pigtails. She's 17 years old.
Yeah. Jim Carrey has his Dumb and Dumber haircut and is wearing a Band Geek uniform. Like,
I think are they supposed to be in high school or college? Because you don't really talk about Yeah, I was going to say, because you don't really talk about finals in high school, but also, I don't think that your dad can come just grab you if you're in college. Maybe in the perpetual 50s world that they've created, that's something that's more common, but
it does seem like they can kind of just do whatever they want. If there's anything I've learned from behind the scenes knowledge of reality shows, it seems like the producers can kind of do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying within the world of the show, like, I know that guy was a producer that was grabbing her, but like, to Truman, that was her dad. And he was like, what's going on there? Anyway.
I guess that would be kind of traumatic.
Laura Linney has pigtails, and she trips into Truman very on purpose. And then it's like, oh, jeez, I'm so clumsy. Anyway, here's my name. You want to go out sometime?
Yeah, pretty good stuff. I really liked her pin that said, how's it going to end? If anybody ever finds this pin, please send it to me.
Yeah.
It's a cool pin.
You could do, if you wanted to do a Truman Show parody song of another song, you could do the Third Eye Blind song, How's It Gonna Be? And just change it to How's It Gonna End?
Yeah, if you wanted to do that. If you wanted
to do that, you could. Yeah, if you wanted to do a Weird Al. Weird Al was just in the Naked Gun, and he was in the other Naked Gun. He'd probably record this for you if you wrote it, so...
I really liked when they ran away to the beach. I thought that was really cute. Running away to the beach in a Jim Carrey movie? Count me in. This one, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. A third, maybe the Sonic movie that happens.
Yeah, Dr. Robotnik runs away to the beach. Sure.
Yeah. And then she says, they're going to be here any minute. They don't want me talking to you. And he says, then don't talk. What's this Band Geek doing delivering lines like that?
Yeah.
That was so smooth.
Truman was very persistent in his courtship. He's like, okay, so like, Is it Meryl thing? Because we're just like friends. Like, no, it's like, oh, your parents are strict or whatever. Like, no, it's not that. It's like, oh, so it's just it's the way I look, not your type. It's like, damn, dude, take no for an answer.
She tries to tell him everything, but she's picked up by her dad and told they're going to Fiji. Oh,
Yeah, Fiji. I'll see you at school. Fiji. We're going to Fiji. It's his first thing that came to mind to that guy that had a profound effect on Truman's life.
He was like, I heard my friend was going to be on Survivor Blood versus Water with her cool dad.
Yeah. That's I guess maybe that was a pre-planned thing just because, as Truman says, Fiji is the furthest place that you can go before you start coming back from Sea Haven. So maybe that was the idea. It's like, oh, she's going literally as far away from you as possible. So
Wow.
definitely don't let that motivate your willingness to stay or leave this island, because
you think production dropped Sylvia in knowing that she was a saboteur.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that they thought that he would give up because
Yeah.
it's like, oh yeah, no, forget about her. She's going the furthest place possible away from you. So, well, I guess you have to get married to Meryl and have a child with her.
Yeah. We then get back to the present day, and Truman's car radio goes all funky and gives second by second updates of what he's doing. Great shit.
Yeah, this whole sequence of stuff is really good because as Sylvia's dad says, she's the explanation they give is that she's schizophrenic, and I mean, it really does make you sound like a paranoid schizophrenic when you say all of the stuff.
Yeah.
That when you try and tell people what's been happening with this stuff.
Yeah, you would sound insane if you weren't right.
The sequence where he goes up to oh god, what's his friend's name?
Marlon.
When he goes up to Marlon when Marlon's stocking the vending machine, and is talking about that, where he's like, oh no, they're all played by actors, and like they're following me, but they'll pretend that they're not. It's just all stuff where it's like, if your friend was saying that, you would be concerned about them.
Yeah, 100%. And Marlon's like, oh, don't worry about it. I really liked when he was crossing the streets and stopped all the cars as if he was Bruce Almighty.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
He was auditioning for a future film.
It was like, I've got this idea, you guys. I loved that they even made the effort to put movies on TV that encourage him not to wander off. Like, the movie's like, it's good to stay at home. It's peaceful here. His wife goes to the hospital. He follows her there.
Oh, this is so good.
Was so fucking funny.
Where they're like, no, you can't go back there. But the point where they're in surgery and it's like, oh shit, he's back here. What do we do?
They try to stop him with a bunch of obstacles. What is this, a modern day immunity challenge? In Survivor?
Yeah, he had to go collect a bunch of puzzle pieces and put them together at the end.
Yeah, fight off a doctor who's pushing a shelving unit at him. He then goes to travel agency to get to Fiji, and that's where he sees the airplane being struck by lightning poster. Want that poster.
That poster is so good. I would love to have that. Wouldn't you know it, though? They're booked for a whole month.
So they can't get him on a plane. So
it's the busy season.
This is, of course, the busy season.
Yeah.
He gets on a bus to Chicago.
Yeah, that's right.
And then the bus breaks down.
Because the guy just deliberately stalls the engine out a million times, and then it's just like, sorry, son.
I don't know. And then back at home, he predicts that people will pass by their house while sitting in the car, looking through the rear window. And after that happens, he says, early bird gathers no moss, Rolling Stone gets the worm. Loved that.
Great line.
He drives his Ford Taurus around the island and is blocked by traffic out of nowhere. Were you like, hey, that's like me?
That was like me as a two-time. I never had that model of Ford Taurus. I believe you did.
Did I?
at one time, and it was not in good shape, if I remember correctly.
If it was a car I owned, it was definitely not in good shape.
Yeah,
I can tell you that much.
I think it was something where you literally you were like, I just have to like put more brake fluid in it every so often. But yeah, I had the two models around that. I had like a mid '90s one, and I had like early 2000s one, and this is the late '90s model.
They drive this model to over the newly finished bridge, which is, of course, illegal. Make it across only to meet a nuclear leak at the plant.
Well, no, excuse me. First, there's a forest fire warning.
Oh, yeah.
And they just drive through the fire, and then there's a leak at the plant.
Yeah. The police officer tells him to stop, and then as they're leaving, he says, "Bye, Truman," despite never having met him before.
Yes, that is. I love the idea that these guys are just always there. Like, this is like last line of defense. Everybody needs to come to work. You go to work every day. You punch in. You put on your hazmat suit. And it's like, well, if they need me, I'll run out. And maybe I'll tackle a guy if I have to.
So he runs away and is chased by a bunch of dudes in hazmat suits. Then back at home, this is where we get the Coco ad.
Yes.
Who are
Excuse
you
me.
talking to?
Let me read the. I've got the quote section of the IMDb up.
Please,
just in case I need to find anything. Let me find this. He says, "You're welcome, Truman." Is what that guy says. But yeah. Okay. Why don't you let me fix you some of this Mococo drink? All natural cocoa beans from the upper slopes of Mount Nicaragua. No artificial sweeteners. Truman looking around. What the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
Yeah.
Meryl, I've tasted other cocos. This is the best. Truman, you are scaring me. So what are you going to do, Meryl? Are you going to slice me, peel me, or grate me?
Yeah.
So many choices.
Then
I love. Wait. There's. Do you have the quote down for what she says when Marlon comes in? When he's got her.
No, I did not write that down.
I found it. She says, "How can anyone expect me to carry on under these conditions? It's unprofessional."
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. I mean, she's not wrong.
This is the one thing I think there's a lot of things about the world that they give you just enough of it that it raises a bunch of interesting questions without being like unsatisfactory. Like, there's the one quote from Meryl's actor earlier where she's like, "The show is my life." Like, where she's like kind of psychotic. Like, the fact that you're like, "I'll just have a kid with this guy for my job. He doesn't know that he's on this TV show that I'm on."
Yeah.
And that you just spend all day manipulating him. Whereas like Marlon, I think that actor, you can tell, feels kind of bad about it, but you got to do your job.
Yeah, when he comes in with the six-pack, that's like, this is the scene of the movie, I think. When the two boys go out to the bridge.
Yes.
And Marlon's trying to discourage him from his delusions of grandeur. And Marlon says, if everyone's in on it, I'd have to be in on it too. This is the most heart-wrenching scene.
It's really sad.
Of the movie.
You can tell that he is like actually genuinely feeling pretty awful about doing it. Like the him genuinely getting emotional. Like, I don't think he's acting in that, but the fact that he literally has Kristoff reading the line, "The one thing I will never do is lie to you," as he's lying to him.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I think you'd feel pretty bad about what you do. Because I think that they are, I mean, most of the time you're not acting, so most of the time you're friends for real. But then occasionally you just have to make sure that your friend never leaves the show that you all get paid to do.
Is Marlon the JT and Truman the Steven of this duo?
Yes, I think that is correct.
Because one of them's getting paid and one of them's getting manipulated, but they seem like a duo.
Who is the coach?
The coach is... I mean, there's not a ton of characters in this movie for as many people as
No, there's not that many.
I don't feel like there's really a coach.
There's not.
This one.
There's not really a a guaranteed coach. Maybe coach is the old guy that has the Dalmatian.
Mm-hmm. I would have loved to have the Truman Show, the Marlin story.
Yeah, what's up with him?
Do this whole movie again, but just from his perspective. I think that could be interesting. Oh, and then Marlin introduces Truman to his dad.
This is so funny. This is such a perfect beat for this because you have this this actually reassuring scene, and then the show doing this insane, uncanny thing that completely breaks the moment where it's like, oh yeah, well, your dad, by the way, is back.
Yeah. Then we cut to the audience, and everybody's so excited, but this is all fake. All this shit is fake, and everybody knows it is.
It's fake, yeah. I would never watch something like that and have that kind of reaction to it.
I would never.
And I know you would never watch some sort of reality show that's set on an island.
Nope.
Where they try to tell you that people have genuine connections and relationships.
Nope. Couldn't be me with the GDP of a small island, of a small country, I should say.
Yeah.
Then we get the intro to the actual show. And we get the title card of the show, which also is the title card for the movie The Truman Show. Yeah. 1 hour and 2 minutes into the movie.
I like the announcer. It's The Truman Show.
Good. Really exciting. I was like, oh yeah, that's why we're here. Because this is exciting, actually. Is this the latest title card of any movie?
Yeah, it might be. It does a lot of good background. Like they tell you that the weird dome that all of this is under is one of the only landmarks. It's that and the Great Wall of China are the only landmarks that are visible from space.
I think that one about the Great Wall of China is apocryphal too. I don't think you can actually see it. Ooh, Reddit.com. Ooh, here's actually the University Daily Kansan.
This is a very Reddit question to ask.
I'm going to go to the Kansas newsletter instead. Top 10 title cards of all time. That's not what I was looking for. I don't want the best title cards. I want the latest title cards. Get out of here. Reddit, come on. Come through. I was watching 127 hours. The title came up 17 minutes into the movie. That's not late. 20% of the way through. That's not late. That seems normal. Friday the 13th in 2009 had a super late one. How late? Reddit sucks, bro. Good Time took a bit. How long? The A-Team movie is similar, but it's actually 20 minutes, and it introduces all the characters to the audience and each other's before the title card. Deadpool 2 was about 15 minutes until the title card. That's not long. Okay, so this one is an hour and 2 minutes into the movie, which has to be the longest. I'm not going to keep.
It's quite a ways
into
Reddit. A movie to get a title card that late.
Anyway, we get an interview with Christoph.
With Mike Michelson. Did you recognize who this was?
Oh,
Mike
I did,
Michelson
actually.
is the character.
Yeah. Yeah, I did recognize him. Why did I recognize him?
Well, I mean, he's a person that you should know for several reasons, but do you know who the actor is?
No.
It's Harry Shearer. The voice you should recognize because it's very similar to the Principal Skinner voice, but he is one of the main voice actors on The Simpsons, and he also is one of the primary cast members in all the Christopher Guest movies. Like he's the bassist in Spinal Tap, and very funny actor.
Then we get a flashback to when he was a child, and he says he'd love to be an explorer like Magellan, and his teacher says, "Oh, you're too late." Good bit.
So sick. I love the strategy of just having a dog by the bridge so he can't cross it.
Yeah. He tells us they have 5,000 cameras now, but they started with just one, his ultrasound. It's pretty fucked up that they did this when you think about it, isn't it?
Yeah, it is pretty. All of it is pretty fucked up. I want the gaslighting, actual gaslighting and manipulative stuff in this is pretty fucked up. But the implications of it as a long running thing are pretty heinous. But we already passed this. But one of my favorite scenes in the movie is the when he tries to go in the elevator in the building next to his work,
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about that.
where they like try and stop him and he goes in and then you just see like craft services behind it. It's like, what's going on in there? And they throw him out. And then later Meryl is like, oh, we're going into emergency surgery. There was this horrible elevator crash. It's the building next door to you. Could you imagine if you'd been in there?
They're trying so hard. Did you also love this little tidbit? Truman is the first child to be adopted by a corporation.
Yes. Yeah, see, this is all
world.
great stuff because they just throw it out there and like supernaturally, they don't highlight it too much. It's just all of this stuff is done like I can't imagine them doing it any better. It's all perfect.
Supernaturally. Sam and Dean there. Christoph says another line that is pretty thought-provoking for a Survivor podcast. We accept the reality with which we are presented.
It's a great line. It's true.
Great line from Christoph. It's
True
interesting
line
how,
from a true man.
Interesting how the bad guy often has the best lines in the movie, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it's very interesting. It's more fun to be a heel.
Sure. Sylvia calls in, and Christoph says Truman can leave anytime he likes if he's determined enough.
Did you realize the joke that they put in before she calls? There's a caller that they can't get a hold of before that.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike Michelson says, The Hague for Christoph. Hello,
Oh,
The
yeah.
Hague. All right, we've lost the call.
Yeah. I did think, like, what a weirdly specific town to mention. Who would you recast in this movie if you were to recast anyone?
Who would I recast?
Yeah, anybody?
I don't know that I would recast anyone. I think it's all pretty well cast.
I would put Meryl Streep in. I would put Jason Biggs in as the control room director who's not Paul Giamatti.
Oh, yeah, okay. Jason Biggs has got to be there.
Gotta.
That would be an even. I mean, it was already a loaded, group of scene partners there, especially once Philip Baker Hall shows up. But if Jason Biggs was there, that'd go crazy. Who would Meryl Streep be?
Meryl. Is that her name?
Yeah. Well, so okay. So she'd be Laura. She'd be replacing Laura Linney.
Yeah, which I don't feel great about. So maybe.
Well, that would be a little weird because I do think that the actress that plays Sylvia also kind of looks like Meryl Streep. So it would be a little weird that he would be married to someone that looks like the one that got away.
I mean, look, he's got a type. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I would also like the part of Christoph if they had to recast it to be played by Kurtwood Smith.
That would be good. I think Ed Harris is great, but Kurtwood Smith would be very good for that.
Yeah. Truman plays around with the mirror. Oh, that's just what you mentioned earlier. Creates an astronaut soup with the soap in the mirror. Pretty good stuff.
And so initially Paul Giamatti and the other guy that are there are like, is he looking at us? Does he know? And then they're like, oh, okay, fine, good. And then at the end he goes, that one's for free.
Yeah. Yeah. Great line. Whoa, what a good movie. Remember when we decided to start watching good movies for this podcast?
Yeah. Oh, it feels so good. Getting to watch Zodiac in this is so good. It's like, oh man, this makes up for all those Miz movies we had to watch.
And Conclave,
all the
don't
Marines.
Forget.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. Christmas is coming up just a few months away. They follow Truman very closely now. Truman is introduced to a new coworker, Vivian. Interesting.
New love interest. Him and Meryl aren't together anymore.
Truman moves to the basement after Meryl moves out. But Christoph realizes he's put on a ruse and run away. So they send Marlon to Truman's house to search for him.
One of my favorite shots in the movie is him peeking his head out in the yard and with the camera there and just going, he's gone.
Looking straight into the camera. Yeah.
What the feed?
Yeah, they cut transmission.
I also think that they keep being like vamp. Keep like, don't talk to me. Keep pretending you're in the scene.
They create a search party and use the moon as a search light. Pretty good. Pretty smart.
This is another one of the best scenes in the movie because of how fucked up it is. This Cronenberg and Raimi both would have probably done really well with this scene because it's like it really becomes like a horror movie for a scene. Like the fucked up Dalmatian has always stuck with me. When they're trying to get his scent, everybody's linked arm in arm walking around. There's the moon searchlight. the two twins are out of character and being like, I don't give a shit where, like, we need to find him.
They finally find him on the water, and somebody says, how can he sail? He's in insurance. Pretty funny.
Yep. There's another great when they're trying to track him down. They go to the ferry, and the bus driver from before is there, and he's like, I'm normally the bus driver. I can't drive this.
I love that, too, because, like, as if he could drive the bus.
Well, I saw him, and I was like, wait, isn't that the bus driver? And then he's just like, oh, what do you want from me?
It's such a good running bit. Everyone's so excited to watch Truman in a boat sailing away from the island. This is when Christoph says, that's our hero shot. I think about that line a lot, too, when I'm watching reality TV. Colby. Others. Coach.
Yep. All the coach shots. Christoph is kind of the coach of the movie, if you think about it.
Christoph is kind of the coach of the movie. I think we can all agree on that. Then Paul Giamatti looks to Christoph, who gives him the okay to drop a torrential rainstorm on Truman. And would you believe he nearly drowns?
It's crazy. It's a little stronger rainstorm than the one where it's just one little bit of rain coming down on him from earlier in the movie.
Yeah. His dark gray sweater in this scene, also very cute. Just buy me anything.
Dude, I thought the same thing. Well, you know what, though? Here's the thing. I don't know if you remember this, but Christoph did say, because you were talking about the amount of revenue that they need. One way they get it is through all that advertising. And he does say everything on the show is for sale.
I'm going to hold... Who made this movie? Paramount?
If you want one of those houses, if you want that sweater. And I will tell you, I also was like, that's a nice sweater. When I was watching that, I was like, good sweater that guy's got.
It's top 2 Jim Carrey sweaters in movies. The one in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind that he's wearing with all the like galaxy swirls on him is also really cute.
Yes.
In that one scene. Anyway, maybe we can watch that movie one day too. I don't know what connection.
I don't know what I was gonna say I don't know how we would connect those things, but I mean it's a good movie, so sure.
Yeah. He runs into a wall at the edge of the studio. Such a satisfying sound. Every time I watch this movie, that crunch as he runs into the wall is so good. And then Christoph talks to him via an iPad? Did you see this?
Wow, so prescient, this movie.
This was like 12 or so years before the iPad came out. Incredible stuff. Did you also notice that Jim Carrey, Truman, excuse me, he needs to cut his fingernails in this scene? Notice that. They're pretty
Come
long.
on, man. Just like Philip Seymour Hoffman in Doubt. Gross.
Now there's a movie we could watch. Catholic movie.
I do really like that movie. Did you ever see the it was for I want to say it was for like the VMAs or like it was for I think it was the VMAs or something like that, but the Lonely Island were hosting it. The bit that they did about Doubt the video game. I'm gonna send this to you if you haven't seen it. Okay. But everyone look up Doubt the video game if you haven't seen it. It's very funny.
Okay, where were we? Oh yes, he just hit the edge of the studio, and he ends the show with a bow and his tagline: "If I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night."
Yeah, there's a nice conversation that that he has with basically God. Like I like that when Christoph is talking to him, he's talking to him as a light coming through the clouds, but it's basically like you're safe here. Like nothing's gonna happen to you. I know you better than you know yourself. One of my favorite lines in the movie is Truman saying, "You never had a camera in my head," just kind of softly. And Christoph does not like that when he says that. And then him turning around and saying that and bowing and leaving is great. Who is your favorite of the people that are all watching the Truman Show? Who's your favorite random person watching it?
I was about to ask you the same question. Definitely the security guards.
I like the security guards a lot. I think the guy in the bathtub is my favorite.
Yeah.
I like when he's on the boat, the guy's like, hold on, and he's like grabbing the shower curtain like he's on the boat.
I'm always so worried about the structural integrity of that shower curtain.
Yeah, it's like they do. Come on, man.
Because every shower curtain I've ever owned would immediately fall if I did that.
That rod is not going to hold.
I really loved after the final shot how the show just ends and it cuts to the two security guards and they go, "Hey, what else is on?"
Yeah, that's one of the funniest ending lines to a movie ever. Is them just being like,
100%.
"Oh, yeah, what else is on? Yeah, let's see."
So this is the ultimate question: would you watch the Truman Show if it were a real show?
It seems like it's a little slow, but
Yeah.
I don't know. If you did a remake of it today, it would be edited like in an insane, like all of the shots of the show would be edited in an insane way. But
Oh my God, maybe that's why he
I don't
wanted
know.
to go
I
to
think
Fiji.
that we already are watching the Truman Show.
How do you figure?
Know? Well, because we're doing it to ourselves now, though. So now it's like if you watch like I Show Speed or whatever, that's the Truman Show.
That's the Truman Show.
But you're doing it yourself.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so real. And what else is real is the wildlife shots from this movie. We had one cat and we had one dog. It was the Dalmatian, also known as fire dogs because of their work with firefighters.
I don't like that Dalmatian. I didn't like it when it was jumping on Truman, and I certainly didn't like it when it had its fucked up teeth all out.
Interesting take. Because I actually think Dalmatians are good boys who are white with black spots.
I think they're supposed to be mean dogs, from what I've heard.
Interesting. Where can their origins be traced back to?
Well, there were 101 of them, and there was a lady that was trying to turn him into a coat.
That's right. Do you remember where that took place, that movie?
Is that in, like, London? Where is that?
You can actually trace them back to Croatia, specifically a region known as Dalmatia.
Oh, okay. So they're Balkan dogs.
I guess so. How tall are they?
Is there like a Serbian Dalmatian equivalent that they're in an eternal blood feud with?
Yes. And I want to ask, how tall are they?
How tall? Like 2 feet.
Close enough, 19 to 23 inches.
Yeah.
The puppies are born completely white. How long does it take for them to develop their spots?
I'll say like 6 months.
10 days.
Wow, that's fast.
How big is a litter?
I'll say like a dozen of them.
Try about half as hard.
6.
6 to 9.
Okay.
I'm going to be sending you a photo right now on X, the Everything app, if you want to open your DMs. It's a couple of Dalmatian puppies. Fresh ones, like puppies. You know puppies? Like a fresh litter of puppies.
I'm familiar with puppies.
Okay, yeah.
It certainly seems like they have spots on them, so I guess they're older than 10 days.
They appear to be. Well, that one at the corner looks like he's only got a couple, though. Some of them have more than others. Okay, anyway, what is their life expectancy?
13 years.
How did you
According
know?
to the picture that you sent me. Why were they chosen to be firehouse dogs? They work so well with...
What do they work so well with? What do they work so well with, the firehouse
They
dogs?
work well with... Are they good on cars? Is that what it is?
You're thinking a little too modern. What came before cars that people rode around on?
Horses? Do they work well with horses?
They work well with horses. Okay, so that's the Dalmatian. Pretty good wildlife shot, or you don't give a shit about Dalmatians?
I mean, I think I've made my opinions very clear about Dalmatians, so I'll leave it at that.
I find that
Draw your own
interesting.
conclusions.
Okay, Thomas, we watched a movie this week, and we're kind of creeping into...
Oh, whether we haven't... good? Is the movie good? Is the movie bad? What do we think?
Yeah, I would say the movie is... On our scale of good or bad, I would say this movie is good.
Yeah, I give it a big thumbs up.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, just like this podcast.
Yeah.
So we watched a movie this week, love the movies, and we're also kind of creeping into spooky season. So can you tell us the name of this week's Whoops quiz?
So nasty that it's probably somewhat of a travesty having me. Then he told the people you could call me your majesty.
Let's see which Halloween movie legend you are deep down. Grab your pumpkin spice latte and pick your favorite candy. This is by Liza Diape. I don't know what the fuck this is supposed to be.
Ooh, and this is a pretty new one, September 4th, 2025. Wow.
Wow, okay, so this is very new. I didn't know people were still making these.
To be honest, I didn't either. And this is, not even a community contributor. This person is a community creator.
Ooh.
We're kind of community creators ourselves, huh?
You know who else is a community creator? Christoph.
Approved and edited by the BuzzFeed community team. Great stuff. Okay, what's your go-to Halloween candy? Candy apple? That's fruit. Candy corn?
Also,
that's vegetable.
Fuck that.
Dark chocolate or peanut butter cups? Ooh.
Obviously peanut butter cups. What are we doing here?
Halloween specifically? I'm going candy corn.
Candy corn is disgusting.
Candy corn is a perfect snack.
Judging you harshly here, it is a disgusting candy.
Here's what I love about candy corn. Everyone else hates it, which means there's more for me.
More for me.
It's such a satisfying snack because it's like the texture is so nice.
I wish that
like crunches and smooth.
That were true about, because people will say this, and it's never been true in my experience, where it's like, oh, that's all that's left is like Almond Joys for candy. People eat Almond Joys so fast compared to other things in assorted candies. Everywhere that I'm at in my work, doesn't matter where it is. I wish that people weren't eating them so that I could eat them, but that's not the case. So I wish that were true for me.
Maybe you should, maybe you should enjoy the candy corn.
No, it's gross.
And the thing is, I generally don't eat candy or corn, but when you put them together, baby, you got a stew.
Candy and corn syrup, delicious.
I love it. Pick a fall activity. Throwing a Halloween party, going to a haunted house, walking a graveyard, visiting a pumpkin patch. Ugh. None of these
throwing a Halloween party. I like a Halloween party.
Yeah, Halloween party's fine. Oh, the two skeletons in the shot. That could be us. That could be us, but you playing. Remember that meme?
Yeah.
Which fall color speaks to you? Deep purple, like the band? Black and white, soft orange, neon green. I guess soft orange.
Deep purple, because that would frequently be playing in our friend's car when we drove to school.
Wow, I forgot about that. Yeah. What's your ideal Halloween costume? Weird and wacky, hot and flirty, something cute, not scary, or scary and horror?
I guess I don't know that any of these really. I try and go for clever or like a thing that I like, so I'll go weird and wacky. I think that's the closest.
Okay, I'm going to pick weird and wacky, I guess. I don't know. Okay, pick a fall drink: black coffee, hot chocolate, pumpkin spice latte, apple cider.
We're picking apple cider because I don't know. Black coffee's okay. I like a little cream in my coffee.
Yeah, apple cider's a nice Halloween snack.
Like a hot apple cider?
Hot apple cider.
Very nice.
Put a little rum in there. Go to a Halloween party. What's your favorite spooky movie vibe? Dark but heartfelt, sweet and kid-friendly, campy and outrageous, or magical and mischievous?
Probably campy and outrageous would be the closest to what I want.
Yeah, those are always fun. I'm going to go magical and mischievous. Campy and outrageous, it's a little... If you don't do it right, it's a little lame. It's my opinion. What kind of house would you live in? A witchy cottage filled with potions, an old haunted mansion, a cozy suburban home, or a gothic castle or tower? Now that's fun.
Interesting.
I'm going to live in the tower, absolutely.
Okay.
And I can be a
want to
goth
be
up
stereotyped. I want to be classified. I want to be a clone. I want a suburban home. Suburban home.
Mm.
You ever heard the Descendants? You familiar with that song?
I am familiar. It took me a minute to recognize it, but I got there. Choose your Halloween night plan. We already talked about having a party. I guess we could do Halloween weekend party, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, Halloween night, we're going to cast spell with friends, pull pranks, write
What is
spooky
this pulling
poems.
pranks? We hit my friend with a car. What's this picture?
Or handing out candy. I don't know. Is that a Tesla? It looks like a Tesla.
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
I bought my friend a Tesla as a prank.
I think either this is we hit my friend with a car or we made my friend think we hit, like he hit one of our friends with a car.
I'm going to be handing out candy. You're going to be writing spooky poems. I know how you do.
I'll be handing out candy.
Sure. Which fall treat is your favorite Halloween candy? Pumpkin pie, chocolate, sour gummies. Chocolate. Come on.
Sour gummies.
Which fall animal is your vibe? Rat, bat, black cat, owl.
Oh, God, this is the thing is like the last three, all great, but I got to pick owl. It hurts me to not pick black cat. I would pick it under any other circumstance.
And you're not going to pick Roland the bat, your literal own son?
Yeah, I mean, look, I said it was a tough choice.
I'm going to pick black cat. Yeah, but not between your son and the other bird.
I don't have knickknacks that I pick up from like antique stores that are bats. They're all owls. Okay, so
Okay. If you could have a superpower this fall and only this fall, what would it be? Shape-shifting, chaos magic, spellcasting, invisibility. Obviously,
what is chaos magic? I don't know what that's supposed to
Fucking
be.
fun is
Also,
what it is.
spellcasting is very vague.
Well, which one do you want then? Shape-shifting and invisibility, like a creep?
Yeah, those are pretty creepy.
I'm a weirdo.
I'm gonna go with
I wanna be
spellcasting.
invisible.
I don't know what that means, but I want to find out. Chaos magic sounds too chaotic for me.
Let's see. The Halloween character you're most like is Casper. He's sweet, gentle, a little shy, total nostalgic vibes.
Yeah.
That's great.
Call me a yellow jacket because I'm also hanging out with Christina Ricci.
That's
I'm
who that
Casper.
is. I was like, that person looks familiar. Okay, pretty good quotes quiz. Happy spooky season to all who celebrate. Thomas, what's your social medias?
I think that we're doing Happy Spooky Season to all who celebrate. We're like 3 weeks out from it even being October.
I had a dream last night that they already started selling Valentine's stuff at the grocery store. I was like,
That's so
come
sick.
on,
I
you
did see that they
guys.
had some early Halloween candy there, and I was like, come on.
Oh, I forgot to do the intro to the Did You Sleep Last Night?
Oh, yeah.
I had a dream that they were selling Valentine's decorations at the grocery store. What a dream, huh?
Crazy. That's an incredible dream.
Thank you. Thomas, what's your social media?
Yeah. You want another take on that, or are you
We've
good?
been recording over an hour. My mouth has stopped working. Thomas, what's your social media?
Got it in one.
Yep.
This is my...
It's like you doing wildlife shots.
Yeah, well, I was almost about to read the review for the podcast too, so I think I also have been going for a little while. You can follow me at tom.tom.bsky.social or at tom.tom on X the Everything app, formerly known as Twitter.
Nice. The show's on YouTube at the Compassionate Haters Survivor Podcast. Follow us there. Follow us here. Follow us everywhere except for our real lives. Please. Here we go. We received a couple comments recently. It's
Couple of comments.
over the last couple weeks. Comments are popping off these days. So shout out to the people who are actually commenting, like this person who said, "Ha ha ha! Very funny, smiley face. This is my favorite podcast. This is my favorite Survivor podcast, and I do listen to more than one Survivor-specific podcast. I like it better than all the other Survivor podcasts."
That can't be true. There aren't any other
Big
ones.
thumbs up from this guy.
All right, thank you. It's appreciated. Not appreciated that you said that there were other Survivor podcasts.
Yeah, we actually
This is
don't
the only one.
reference other Survivor podcasts. And then here's another comment from somebody else who said, "Idge Bowl."
I was just thinking I just had Idge Bowl on the brain because I was watching the University of Minnesota versus the University of Cal Berkeley, and let me find what this young man's name was, but there's a running back for the Golden Gophers who had a name that was very similar to Idge Bowl, and I thought that it said Idge Bowl on his jersey for a second, and I was like, this is getting out of hand. Kids these days. Okay, so his last name was... So his full Christian name is Fame. And it looks like it's Ijaboi or Ijabouye, but it's Ijeboi. And I was like, This guy's idge bowling all over the damn field.
Did you bowl when you saw his name?
I did. I did just burst out laughing when I saw him.
Isn't there a athlete named Bol?
Yes, there is. He's a basketball
An
player.
especially tall man.
Yeah, he's like 7'2" or something like that.
Good for him. When I saw him, I burst out laughing.
You did.
Okay, last week's poll asked, should there be a poll next week? Yes, no, who's to say? How do you think people voted?
I'm going to say that they said who's to say.
Would you believe 100% of people said who's to say?
Look, it's the best option to pick. That's why we always put it there, but that doesn't really help.
It doesn't really help much. Okay, so we forgot to say, what can people comment on this week's podcast if they were to be so inclined?
This is my favorite podcast, or no, haha, very funny smiley face, or just smiley face if it's on YouTube. And then for review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, this is my favorite podcast. I like it better than all the other podcasts. I give it a big thumbs up.
And what are we requesting people not write?
Idge Bowl, don't write that.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
I don't want to see that. Let's get these Zoomers out of here.
That's some Idge bullshit.
Yeah, Gen Alpha, you are not allowed to comment.
Yeah. Who are you, my niece or nephew?
Yeah, exactly.
Get the fuck out of here.
You're a child. You can't talk to us.
Yeah. It's adults only podcast. Okay, what can people vote on in the polls?
What is it? DNI. Children, DNI. Do not interact.
Yeah.
This is an adult podcast.
Internet. YouTube does always ask me, is this for 18 or older or no? Should we send this to kids? I always say, don't send this to kids.
Yeah. They don't want to listen to that. Here's the thing. Don't send it to kids. We want them to feel really cool because it's something they're not supposed to be listening to.
It's not even because we like cuss and say shit and stuff, but like we just make a lot of references to shit from before they were even born.
Like old stuff. These kids don't know what Homestar Runner is.
Exactly. Oh, speaking of which, TikTok has started sending me TikTok.
What?
TikTok has started sending me
No
TikToks.
way.
Yeah. I finally got the app to work.
It's nice.
TikTok has finally started sending me Homestar Runner clips. So
wow.
Yeah.
Maybe Homestar Runner's going to get big among the children now. Maybe they're going to be like, "Have you heard of this?"
Coach.
It's going to be like when you're older and cool band that from when you were younger gets popular again with the kids, and you can be like, "Yeah, I went to their show," and they'll go like, "Whoa!" And I'd be like, "Yeah, I used to watch Strong Bad Emails on a dial-up connection back in the day.
Every week there was a new one.
Damn, that's crazy. I wish that I was alive back then."
Yeah, that was so cool back then. Yeah, so that's pretty exciting for me. It only took 5 years of being on this app to finally get the content I desire. So pretty good app overall. Okay, so are people voting on polls this week, or who's to say?
I mean, I guess we're to say in that instance.
We already do so much for these people.
I know. Do you want to do a poll?
No, it's a second. It's another a second thing is if there's only two things I need to do.
The poll is going to be like something really passive aggressive. It's going to be like, "Are we a joke to you?"
Are we a joke to you? Are the polls a joke to you? Yes, no, who's to say?
Do you think this is a game?
Do you feel in charge? I saw a video of Nick Fuentes today say, "Do you feel in charge?" Like Bane said from that movie.
Oh yeah.
I was like, "Oh, what a cool guy."
They expect one of us in the wreckage, brother.
I love to watch movies and align with the villain.
Yeah. Well, he was so cool.
Yeah. Anyway, to vote on the podcast poll, you can go to youtube.com/our account. You got it. We have a few shows on Patreon. You can find at patreon.com/justpodcasts. Did you want to mention any of the polls out there? Any of the tiers out there, I should say?
Yeah. We're going to get through this, okay? We're going to get to the end of this. I mean, I guess we could, we gave you a little taste of Did You Sleep Last Night, but we're willing to give you more for a price. And you can't see it, but I'm doing the thing where I rub my fingers together, doing the money sign.
If you want a full gulp of the dreams we have had, subscribe at patreon.com/justpodcast.
Full gulp.
Well, because they only got a taste. Give them a full gulp at patreon.com.
Well, if you want to really quaff our content, that's the way to do it.
If you want an amuse-bouche of our podcast, go to patreon.com/justpodcasts. What are some other words for food, Thomas? Come on.
Hors d'oeuvres.
If you want some more d'oeuvres, well, that kind of means like not the full thing.
Well, that's what an amuse-bouche is also, so.
Oh. I thought an amuse-bouche was just like a joke food that they bring out at the end. Be like, isn't food funny sometimes?
JK.
An amuse-bouche? Like, this bouche is amusing me. I thought that's what they were doing.
I love bringing out food and being like, just playing.
It's like when they put outtakes at the end of a movie.
Yeah.
It's just like all the shit they fucked up in the kitchen while making your food.
Yeah, it's like one end of a Jackie Chan movie where people are like getting seriously injured trying to do stunts in the kitchen.
Yeah, that would be funny to me. More restaurants should do that. I'm opening a restaurant in the future. I mentioned it before, and the ideas really coming together.
People are going to have very elaborately choreographed fights in that kitchen.
Mm-hmm. Did you thank the fans already?
I would love to thank the listeners and subscribers and commenters. Thank you for listening, subscribing, and commenting.
Especially those commenters. That really helps the algorithm, I think.
Yeah, I do reserve the right to take back that last part.
Yeah.
If you keep saying things like certain Zoomer talks. So I'm laying, I'm setting a boundary.
Oh, this is what I was going to say earlier. Now. Coach Gen Z.
Oh,
right. That's relatable to them.
Yeah. That's the Brothers Chaps. If you guys are looking, I know you still occasionally make stuff. If you're looking for some new content, I think you got it.
Mm-hmm. All right, we'll be back next week, finally, with our Survivor 49 cast assessment and predictions. Are you going to join the Survivor Fantasy League this year, Thomas?
No, I just have never had much interest in it.
Damn. All right, well, we'll see you next week.
I have a Survivor game I play every year. I'm locked in. I have my eyes on the prize. I'm playing to win here. You're distracted with all this bullshit over there. Maybe that's why you've been doing so bad the last couple seasons. You ever think about that?
That's actually a really good point. I hadn't thought about that until right now. All right. Well, we'll see you next week. Until then, have a great summer. And if I don't see ya...
Good afternoon, good evening, and deuces.
Speaking of girl stuff, keep this in mind for our future simulated seasons. We need to do more female-focused seasons because our last one was all men, and the one before that was predominantly men.
It's not our fault that only men have been president. Okay.
And Pope.
Yeah, I think that's out of our control, but sure.
Yeah. I mean, what groups are there that are only women? You know, what jobs are there?
Woman Pope.
Woman Pope.
Oops, all woman popes.
Now there's an idea for a simulated season. Who are 20 women who could have been Pope?
Name 20 women.
Oh, fuck. Sister Agnes.
Okay, that's one.
She could have been Pope.
Truman's wife from The Truman Show.
Truman's wife from The Truman Show specifically. That's two. And remembering her character, but not her name.
Laura Linney.
That counts.
Well, Laura Linney's a distinct person because that's the actor, that's not the character, so that's three.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Okay, so we've got 3 spots filled. Man, the season is off to a hot start. And not hot because they're women. Hot because they're attractive women.
Respectfully, for being respectful.
Take my mind off the empty space in this heart of mine, and I'll take your mind off the empty space in your bed tonight.
Shows a good nuisance.
Well, it's too late for that now, so. Guess that's the one that got away for you.
Yep, oh well.
Smarten up, probes.
One guy, big Mo, 2 guys, little bitty Mo, 3 guys, 4-eyed Mo, 4 guys, no Mo, 5 guys, eat Mo, 5 little guys named.
Do you want to remember 5 guys?
Of course I do.
Of course you do. Bitches love 5 guys.
That's right.
First guy, Jesse Ventura.
Oh, man, Jesse Ventura, the former governor of of Minnesota. And star of The Running Man.
Yes, future remake we might watch.
Yes.
Coming out soon. Anything else of note from Mr. Ventura?
He was a Navy SEAL.
Nothing else.
No, nothing else.
And our second guy is Rakeem Christmas.
Rakeem Christmas, former NBA player. I believe he went to Syracuse. And who did he play for? Pacers draft him?
The Pacers did indeed draft him, and he played there from 2015 to 2017.
Yeah,
And
he was
since
a first-round
then,
pick, and he wasn't very good.
He has played internationally ever since he left the NBA. Our third guy is Ashley Nolan.
I'm assuming that this sounds like a Survivor name to me.
It is a Survivor name. Do you remember what season she was on?
Oh boy, no.
It was Survivor Triple H, Heroes and Other Heroes.
So
and
that's why. Okay.
Bugs. Yeah. Fourth guy is Luke Burbank.
Oh, the Mr. TBTL himself.
Indeed. And our fifth guy is Andy Kaufman.
Okay, yeah. Andy, are you goofing on Elvis saying baby?
Yeah.
Are you having fun?
For this guy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what is the theme here?
It's a really good one.
Because, I know that Jim Carrey played Andy Kaufman.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that Jim Carrey has played Ashley Nolan or Rakeem Christmas.
Yeah, it might be bad casting, but
Yeah,
I
don't know
Jim Carrey
that that's.
could do it.
I don't know that's who I would cast for those roles, but
Did you know his last three movies have all been Sonic movies?
yeah, that's just what he doesn't. I think he said specifically that he wasn't going to work anymore, and then he was like, "They gave me a lot of money. I'm not made of stone."
Yeah.
For those. So I think he was trying to pare down what he was doing anyway.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's great. It's a great role for him. You're on something with thinking about Andy Kaufman being played by Jim Carrey, though.
Okay.
Here's a hint.
Huh.
How about this? What if I give you just their last names? Ventura, Christmas, Nolan, Burbank, Kaufman.
Oh, are these all places in California?
Oh, that would... Maybe that's true. But no, that is not the theme. The theme is these are all people who share a last name with a famous Jim Carrey character.
Oh, Ace Ventura. Is it Lloyd Kaufman from... Or no, it's a Lloyd Christmas. Yeah, what? Or Andy Kaufman.
Yeah, famous Lloyd
yeah,
Kaufman.
Lloyd
famous
Kaufman.
Jim Carrey character.
Yeah, from Dumb on the Moon. And yeah, so who's the Nolan in?
That is Bruce Nolan, better known as Bruce
Bruce
Almighty.
I was
Yep.
trying to think if Bruce Almighty was in there or not.
Can you believe no Survivor players had the last name Almighty? Oh,
crazy.
fuck. I should have done Bobby Lashley for Bruce Almighty.
Yeah, the Almighty Bobby Lashley. Well, I might have said Evan Almighty then, and that would have ruined it.
Oh, yeah, good point. And
I thought it was so funny when he made Steve Carell say those things. That was crazy.
Oh, yeah, that was really funny. Truman Burbank, obviously, and Andy Kaufman, obviously. Pretty good theme, or no?
I think it is a pretty good theme.
Felt like I was channeling Connections, the New York Times game, with that one.
That's right. I'm usually pretty good at that, but not always.
I like to think I'm good, and then I get confused, and then I quit the game. So,
Yeah.
I guess,
Then you forget about it and you come back and you're like, I'm going to do great at this.
yeah. In a certain way, that is winning.
Yeah, I think so.
Did you just hang up on me?
No.